everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New music. So fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer. One half that dynamic duo, Let's Talk Football. And 1/3 of the squad, the trio on this blessed Wednesday. Hope you've had a great Wednesday. My guys, Washington Football Weekly. Hey, name, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll get to that a little bit later. Over to my left.
What they show covering an appointment?
Baby. Our future analyst tried to get in here. We gonna get you up here.
Fourth member, future fourth member.
The fourth member. Let's go. There's some foursome. Yo, my guy, Will Kramer, Dub K, South Carolina's eggplant in the building. Will, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. Back, happy to be back, man.
Yes, sir. And my guy, the shirtless wonder, Mr. Moist himself, with his baby girl, Ab Lowe in the building. What up, Ab?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Ready to get another show in, man.
Let's get it. Yes, sir. Hey, we are one preseason game in. Football is back. Preseason games been all over ESPN. I've been just watching replays and highlights and everything. And Ab, real quick, I gotta say this. You know, they kind of slighted us, man. I felt like we had a good game. They really didn't show us in ESPN or any of them channels. What's up with that, man?
I was watching ESPN all day, and all they did was talk about how good Mac Jones looked, and that was pretty much it. Like, they didn't even talk about the Chase Young hit on Cam Newton, and I thought that was spectacular right there, boy. That was legit. That was real legit.
Come on, man. I about jumped out my seat when I saw that. I said, "Oh, okay, let's go." That was a great start. Hey, Will, man, we looked good. You know what I mean? We might not have looked super flashy, but we had 2 20-plus yard passes early in the game from Fitz. You know what I mean? Gibson was running. We had things going. What? No attention, Will? Like, come on now.
I don't know. Maybe they're sleeping on us. They don't think we're gonna do much. They don't care. Which, I mean, all right, but no, we look good. They look fine. Look, they look ready, prepared. Like, you know, we're looking good.
Oh yeah. Got one under our belt. But real quick, before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Washington Football Weekly with the trio, with the guys getting it in. And you know how we do in the beginning of the show. We want to do our happy birthdays. So we got a bunch to shout out. Got to shout out first and foremost my man, Anthony Strongberg. Yo, my guy. Yo, I don't know if you guys know this, but in like 2000, let's say 4, 5, 6, I was in like a little rap duo with him, man. You know, we kind of tried to guess. I know it.
No, I believe it.
Yes.
I can believe it.
See, a lot of people don't know. I used to go over to Will's house and like Saturday mornings with my notepad and all these things that I had written down, and I would just show, hey, let me show you my rap. Let me just do it, and that was it. And then I go home. Will knows about this. Ab, I didn't share this with the world, but me and Anthony, we got down, man.
Yeah,
we got down, man.
Did.
They called him Sploke, and I was Shawnee Pete. Shawnee Pete, that's what it was.
Man.
Anthony sounded like Ja Rule when he rapped in high school. He did.
Yes, sir. So definitely got to shout you out, man. Hope everything is well. Also, another one of the people that I grew up with in the high school years, Andrea Fridy. Her birthday. Definitely want to shout her out. And most of you might know she also has a twin sister, Liana Fridy. Love the Fridy girls, man. Love that family. They are so cool. Definitely so cool. So happy
Yes.
birthday to you, dear. Happy birthday.
Sean,
Yo.
I'm notorious for leaving out twins on this call. On this birthday.
Yes, I am. All right. I'm sorry. I got enough trouble for that. Kat and Christina, happy birthday. We're belated. I know it. Thank you, Ab. You have saved me, man. Yo, so definitely, shout them out. Hey, and shout out, man. Shout out to the Lowe family. Ab, your brother Jermaine Lowe. Hey, that's the guy back in the day. And your moms, man. What's up?
Mom's Dukes, man. Like it's crazy. So I got my son last week, and he's my younger brother, bro. Stop putting out that falsehood out there, man.
He's taller. I mean, come on.
He's huge and everything, but I am 3 seconds older than that man.
Yes, 3 seconds older. My God, yo.
Nah, for real. Like I'm a year and 3 months older than him, and so yeah. So that's just how it works. I'm littler. So you know what I'm saying? And mom's is on the 19th. So happy birthday, Mom. Happy birthday, Jermaine.
Okay. And LA, like you said last week, man, you got birthdays all coming through this month.
Yeah, man. Broke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? Everybody got covered. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, so shout out to you guys, man. Hope you had the best birthday ever, man. Washington Football Weekly definitely wanted to send you some love and hope everything is great in this time of the year. Next, we also want to shout out a local charity group called the Hog Farmers Charity. They're a nonprofit of Washington fans that visit the Children's Hospital, work with a number of diseases. Will, I know you know a little bit more about this, so talk to us about this, Will.
Yeah. So they are what I would basically call your modern day hogettes. Remember those guys used to dress with pig snouts and women's clothing. So they've kind of taken that over. You can see in some of the pictures that are scrolling there, they wear burgundy and gold overalls. They usually wear these old redskin hard hats to games and stuff. But they're they're a charity that supports pediatric cancer. And they go and visit hospitals, they host toy drives, and they do really, really good work. I ran into them in Charlotte at one of the Redskins rallies a couple years ago. Bunch of good guys, but they did something here in particular that it touched me, man. And I mean, I got sad reading this story, but basically one of the kids that they go and see, his name's Jalen. He got diagnosed with colon cancer October of 2020. He went through 6 rounds of chemo, and just recently here they told him that he had 2 months to live. He's always been really upbeat. He's a very happy kid, even throughout his going through cancer treatment and even just not feeling well. He always had a smile on his face, was upbeat. Understandably, when you get news that your time is coming, he's really gotten depressed. And so they reached out to their community and just said, we want to help this kid have the best final weeks that we can. And so they asked for some donations. I threw in a little bit. I gave him $20, nothing much. But basically, the child has 9 wishes to go visit places. And what's amazing is through their outreach, from their crowdsourcing, he's going to go do all of his 9 wishes. They're all scheduled. And they're nothing huge. He wants to go to Six Flags. He wants to visit Great Wolf Lodge. He wants to go to Legoland and the NASA Space Center. And so it's just an amazing charity and the work that these guys do. And I just think, they deserve some attention. They deserve some praise. And I just thought it was something that was really timely and something that I would want to give them a shout out and a thank you for what they do.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's really dope, man. I like that. I don't, obviously don't want to hear the sad story, but at the same time, man, that's to hear somebody is looking out, trying to take care of, these situations and these guys. That's what's up. That's good to hear. With all the negative stuff you hear about Washington, stuff like this brings a smile to your heart, man. So shout out to y'all, the Hog Farmers Charity, man, the nonprofit organization. definitely look them up. You see the website right here, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely look them up. Donate. You know, it's pretty nice, man.
They do great work.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, most recently, we had our first game, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my guy, Will, and my brother, Jarrett Spencer, who came on. We came on a little bit late, right before the game started. Kind of did a little talk through. You know, my dad was on there a little bit, and then we hopped off. Great beginning of the game. Definitely exciting. Ended up losing the game altogether. However, Ab, I'm coming to you first. Your wish, at least for week 1, came true. No major injury.
I'm all about it, man. That's all I care about. This, like, anyone that like homes in on win losses for the preseason, like, I don't know what you're doing with your time. Like, it's not a big deal to me. Like, honestly, it's basically there to show what you got and what you need to adjust on and make changes. Like, literally make changes for the regular season. And honestly, the number one goal of every team should be come out there, no injuries, man. And honestly, our starters, no injuries. And that's great, man. I'm trying to tell you, especially what we're used to. What we're used to is at least one major piece out.
Falling down,
right? The second preseason game. Like, it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm actually happy about what we've shown in this first game. Like, enough to get us excited. That's no injuries and enough to get us excited. And I'm all about that.
Right, and we look good. Well, we look good, honestly. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 5 for 8, 58 yards. His first 2 passes were 22. First 2 completed passes were 22 and 24 yards to McLaurin and Thomas, respectively. He had some great third down conversions. I liked what I saw in him. What did you think?
Yeah, that play to McLaurin. You know, he stood in the pocket. He stood strong. He waited. I looked at that when you saw when he threw it. They had an end zone cam. When he threw the ball, ain't no way Alex Smith is throwing the ball because where he threw it, McLaurin was not there. You know, it was like that's the Fitzmagic part. You know, where he's not afraid to throw his guy open or throw it knowing that his guys is going to be there. So that was great. I saw him progress, through his reads a couple times. And then, he hit Adam Humphries on a first down when he was like, he went boom, boom, boom. There's his guy. And then he hit Logan Thomas. That back shoulder throw, that deep throw, that was fantastic. It was a great catch by Thomas. So you saw him out there giving his guys a chance. His first time in this new offense, I thought he looked calm out there. I felt good with the offense. I didn't have anxiety when he was out there. Just so nervous of what we're going to do. And you kind of mentioned him already. Taylor Heineke, he's a gamer.
Yes.
He hasn't had the best training camp. You've heard more negatives on things. And I think what you're seeing is his play style shows up in games and not practice. Right. Because he plays sometimes a little wild out there. He runs around and waits for these guys to get open. But he looked pretty good. He looked like he was continuing to progress off what he did in that playoff game. Like, all right, maybe this guy can be that, if someone goes down, he's that change of pace style backup quarterback that can win you some games.
Right, right. And You going? You good? Oh, yeah. And Ab, I think you touched on it before. Everybody, we did good, but there's room for improvement. But that's what this is. This is the preseason. I saw a video where somebody was dogging on. All they kept talking about was the 91-yard run at the end of the game, and I was like, well, that's fine. It happened in preseason, and it happened against the third and fourth string. Ab, Will was talking about Tyler Heineke. We talked about Fitz. There's still room for improvement, but it was a good show. It was a good showing.
But honestly, I'm gonna just say this: like, our first stringers on both sides of the ball look pretty damn good. there's room for improvement. Yeah, but our first stringers, boy, like I don't know. It's like I mean, I told people if that was a legitimate game and we had our first string in, New England wouldn't have had a chance for real. And I am 100% on that for real. Chase Young was whooping Isaiah Wynn's ass, bro. It wasn't
He's in
even
midseason
funny.
form.
Like they were going to literally have to dedicate a tight end and a wide receiver over there in order to take care of Chase Young. I'll jump on Heineke. I think he held on to the ball too much, but I did see, like, honestly, I felt good about him. And honestly, for a man that has barely played any professional football, like, he showed promise, and I'm okay with that. You can teach on that, and he's shown that he has some skills. I wasn't too happy on his bootlegs. That's where I thought he held on to the ball too long in the end zone. You can't do that. And we're not even talking about our MVP, JP. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes, sir. Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? Like he started the game like the fifth string quarter running back, and now he might be third, bro. Like
he's got a roster lock now.
Yeah, honestly, they're trying to put him on punt return now. So honestly, that means that they're trying to find a place for this man. They see it and they're like, look, we're trying to find a place for you. Like, this is your job to give away. Right. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, I feel good about him. I feel good about this.
To your point, 10 carries, 40 yards rushing, 3 receptions for 30 yards or something like 70 total. He was the player of the game. That's what you want to see. And when they announced it, I think it was Theismann or Alberts that was saying they gave him every opportunity to succeed, and he grabbed that opportunity. That's an excellent point, man.
And just one point too. Our offensive line, like you guys are talking about Fitzpatrick, our offensive line literally gave that man a pocket, bro. Like, honestly, like that was Tom Brady type pocket. Like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen that in a long time. And then I felt good. Like, I think Sam Cosmi did great. I think he won that job, right tackle job already. Like, I don't, there's no chance for Lucas anymore right then and there. So I think it's Cosmi all the way. And now we're just looking for right guard,
left guard,
left guard.
Yeah.
Left guard position. Yeah. Now that's all we're looking for right now. That's the only opening on our offensive line.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, we look good. Still room for improvement, but that first team looked good. We talked about daggone how the defense looked midseason form. Chase Young on the first third down came around that corner and it wasn't even close. Swiped the hands of the tackle and just went. And when I thought it was a strip sack, I think they ended up saying it was an incomplete pass or something like that. But it was still so beautiful. I love seeing him go at it, and he looked hungry all day. He was getting that corner. But we got to move on to the winners and the losers of this first game. Ab, you mentioned Jarrett Patterson, and Will, I'm coming to you. You said Tyler Heineke, but there's another guy that I think we saw that, we didn't hear anything about maybe in camp, maybe a little bit here and there, but Torrey McTyer, Will, he showed out. I mean, that first deep ball from Mac Jones, he was right there, step for step with that wide receiver. So I'm interested to see what else he's got to bring to the table. Will.
All training camp long, all the reporters have said every single day he has a pass defense. And if you saw that play with that receiver, he had his hands right in between the receiver's hands. There was some talk that the receiver dropped it, maybe, but he was step for step with that guy. He got tested. And yeah, I was impressed with that play, and he was one of those guys that had my eyes on, like, okay, we hear a lot of good things in training camp. Will it translate to the game? And he showed up. He definitely did.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was also on the other side some losers. We talked about this before to Merrick Hemingway. He struggled throughout the game. Ab, I'm coming to you. Somebody that you said won't even make the roster. He didn't look like he was trying to make it. He caught 1 third down, but then slipped and fell on another opportunity that would have moved the possession. Adam Humphries, he only had a catch. You can't. How am I supposed to justify that?
I'm trying to tell you, Adam Humphries is acting like he has a spot on this team, and I've been telling you guys this since day one. He does not. The moment we drafted De'Ami Brown, rap. Like honestly, it literally is like you're in a competition for your job, bro. And all like just like Will was saying, and you only hear good things about Brown in camp. And honestly, like that's hard. Like honestly, like these veterans, like a lot of people think because we paid Humphries this season that he's a roster lock. I disagree. Honestly, it just means that like we want you to be in this position, but if someone outplays you, then it's a wrap, bro. Like you are gone. And honestly, he might not make this because he doesn't play any other position either. Like you know what I'm saying, bro? No, he's not making a team with that performance in the first preseason game.
Yeah. I mean, they did it to Sean Davis last year. He was supposed to be our starting free safety, and he got cut. You know. Mm-hmm.
Those 1-year deals don't mean shit. Like I don't know why people are confident on these 1-year deals. Like that's it. Like you know what I'm saying? Right. Oh, we paid him this year. No. Like come on, it's not that simple. It really isn't. Like especially we got a little cap. Like honestly, that dead money on the 1-year contract ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Especially on Humphries' contract. You know what I'm saying? Right. He was looking for a job, not people debating should we get Humphries or not teams doing that. No, it was literally people like he was like, please pick me up. And he jumped on to us. Yeah.
And one other person that in this case I think actually lost his job because of the emergence of Jarrett Patterson, Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller didn't get that many opportunities, but there wasn't that many opportunities to go around. Jarrett Patterson got the bulk of it, and when he was out there, he did his job. Peyton Barber, he showed up. Give him an honorable mention on women. He definitely winning. He definitely showed up. McKissick was another one that I really didn't think did much. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He was in the game a lot, but I didn't see much from him. So it's going to be very interesting to see, especially after this first week, and this next couple of weeks will show. I want to shout out some of the people that are watching. Anthony Handy, Mr. Fingers, talking about what's up.
That's good, bro.
He said, "What's the roster lock? How is it different from the regular dreadlock?" Yo, shout out to Anthony, man. I did a little show with him last night, man. Mr. Impersonations himself. This guy goes, he does his thing, man. He's killing the game, man.
You know, we haven't talked about the biggest loser of the night.
Who was this?
Our kicker.
Huh.
Woo! Yes. That was major loser, bro.
Like, I forgot that in our notes. It just came to me. I'm like, wait, we have not listed Dustin Hopkins yet.
Yes.
I think the reason why we've moved past it is like on Monday, Ron said, there is no issue with our kicker. There's a timing issue that the long snapper and like the three of them are working on. They're not bringing in competition right now. So I guess to the coaches, there's not an issue. But to all of us fans, every time Hopkins misses, we lose our mind.
Right.
We go nuts.
Absolutely.
Especially the what if fan. If Hopkins would have made this, and if there wasn't a holding call, and if this and if and this, we would have won that game. Like those fans are tearing it up, man.
Come on now. Come on. Ab, I think you led off with it perfectly. This is preseason. This is what this is for. Get this stuff out of your system. Get the timing right. And you guys, I think, I don't know, it was in the group chat where you guys sent, where they said they love Cheeseman. They're like, Cheeseman, that's the guy. So if it's something that's just timing, get it out right now. That's good. That's good. Got to shout out Kat watching the show. Got to love the stars of the show, the kiddos. So stinking cute. Look at those darlings. Yes, sir. Shout out to my baby girl. Going back in, getting her classroom ready. Please, keep her in your prayers, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
The summer is ending, and the teachers don't like when the summer ends.
What grade does she teach?
So she taught third grade advanced academic for several years. I mean, like 10 plus years. And they just moved her down to like regular ed second grade. So it's a big switch for her.
Okay.
Yeah. So she created the program in third grade, and now they're moving her down to second. So we've been walking on eggshells here in the house. Just kind of keeping it together. Okay. So, what's going on? Back to the show. What up, Nate? He said, what's going on? Moving on. So, we got to move on. Hey, the first game, end of the day, was a good showing. Definitely glad we got to see it. And can't wait for the next week coming up soon. Now we're going to move on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hated it.
Yeah, buddy. And as you know, the first game happened. So after the first game, one of the things that we are getting close to, ladies and gentlemen, hated it. Yep. One of the things that's coming up, and we know it's inevitable, is these cuts. And since the first game, we have actually had 5 cuts from our team. So, Will, I'm going to come to you first. Like it, love it, or hate it. Kelvin Harmon, Greg Stroman, Lamar Miller, Nick Gagimus, and Chris Miller all got cut this week. How you feel?
4 of the 5 I do not care about. There's a marquee name on there, a guy they drafted out of Virginia Tech, corner, plus he can be a punt returner, Greg Stroman, but he's been hurt. We talked about corner having depth, and we need to figure guys out, and he hasn't gotten on the field. So, your greatest ability is availability. We say it all the time, and he wasn't available. So, he's gotten past in the depth chart. I think same thing with Chris Miller. That was Anton's boy, and same thing. He was out with COVID. He didn't get on the field, and guys like Torrey McTyer took his place. I think we're going to get into Harmon being the only one that we were all kind of surprised with. From a little bit that I've read, I think it's the same situation. Not necessarily that. I think people are passing him right now. I think DeAndre Carter has been the surprise of camp, and they're starting to figure out where is he going to be on the roster. And I think when you look at the emergence of Jarrett Patterson, so we're now probably taking 4 running backs. You got to pull a spot from somewhere. Both Ab and I were looking at 7 wide receivers. You got to maybe pull a wide receiver from there, and that's where Harmon goes. Sean, you're going to have to cut one of your 14 or 15 offensive linemen, for Jarrett Patterson to be on the show now. So, it's taking the spot from somebody. So, I'll let everyone else kind of chime in on Harmon as well, their thoughts. That was a surprise, but it also, I don't know, was it a surprise? It was more just a surprise to us because we saw some production. But I'll let you all, add to it.
Yeah, Ab, what are you thinking? How are you feeling about this?
I'm about to just agree with Will because Greg Stroman, since he's been here for a little bit, what I'm saying, that right there is like one of those things. Is just like I wish, because he's been on our team and he's done some things for us, like key moment type things, and so I appreciate that of it. But Calvin Harmon, he was on my final roster that we did. You know what I'm saying? I was really just trying to find room for him, him and AGG. Those are the guys that I was really hoping for to stay on the team. You know what I'm saying? I think Calvin Harmon was a fan favorite too, and a lot of people liked him, but like I just appreciated that this man was like a first round grade. I that's from what I remember from the draft. They said he was like a first round grade, and honestly, but I didn't realize he ran slow as shit.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like he has no really explosion or anything like that. And if you're that damn big, you gotta have some kind of explosion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, like good luck to him and everything like that. I hope he finds a spot somewhere else. But yeah, Calvin Harmon's the only one that really like touched me a little bit, you know.
I jumped out of my seat on draft day 2019 when we picked him in the 6th round because I thought we had a huge steal, and he played well as a rookie.
Right.
You know, Ron did talk about at the beginning of the season or training camp, and he said, especially with the wide receivers, and it's a good thing. He said, we are going to have to get rid of a good football player, somebody that can contribute on another team, because that's how much depth that we have. And that's a big deal. The fact that how many undrafted free agent wide receivers did we play last year? Like Cam Sims, Steven Sims Jr., Isaiah Wright. Those were all meaningful players for us at wide receiver. And now we're cutting our own draft picks. Like that just shows the depth that we've gotten to. So it's kind of tough, but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was going to say one of the best things about this is that we know that what Ron Rivera has said all camp is correct. Is that there's going to be a competition. Nobody's job is safe. Everybody's going to be going at it because, like we said, Harmon was somebody we were definitely all about. But Stroman, we also had started to talk about him as well. Lamar Miller, when we got him, I kind of felt like you guys, like, why did we get him? And honestly, I looked back at the videotape and Nick Gagimis, the tight end, I didn't even know he was on there. So shout out to you. Shout out to you for getting a roster spot when you did. I have no tape of you, whatever. But Chris Miller's another one that I kind of felt like he was on the bubble. But with Harmon and Stroman, I kind of started to grow a little attachment. But now we know there is there's a competitive nature in camp. Nobody's job is safe. That iron sharpens iron. That's going to make us better. Go ahead, Ab. What are you saying?
I totally forgot.
No. Oh, yeah. That is going to make us better. And you know what? One of the things I do like is that somebody you brought up last week, Will, DeAndre Carter's still there. And Ab, we talked about him. Another one of the receivers, Dax Milne, is still there. I think that's going to be a huge competition for punt returner, and special teams, because I saw both of them getting some action.
And another name like Dax Milne.
Milne. Come back.
Okay, I'm trying to say his name, but I think his stock was up because he made some catches in that game too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I mean, he looked okay, and to me, when a person catches like that, you just can't put them be like, oh, we paid a veteran. So you know what I'm saying? We paid a veteran, so go sit on the and also he was the number 1 wide receiver for Zach Wilson.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. How are we underplaying this right here, man? I just don't understand it. If he is able to produce Adam Humphries, I say buy Adam Humphries. Yep.
Swap him out.
Yeah. Exactly. It's cheaper too, bro. You ain't telling me shit.
Yeah. I'm absolutely with you. Shout out to Anthony Handy.
I love
Iron
I love this comment.
Sleeve creases when you add
He's not paying attention. You got to wait till he pays attention.
Yeah. This is your boy, Mr. Fingers, Anthony Handy. Iron sharpens shirt sleeve creases when you add steam. Just saying. Yes, sir, it does, Anthony. Yes, sir, it does. So honestly, I love that it's competitive nature, and we got something going, and I think they're going to really some guys that we really like might get cut. So, yeah, you know what I mean? So, I love that. I love that because those are the teams that they make some things happen. So, next thing, and like it, love it, hate it, Ab, I'm coming to you. This might be a little deeper than just what's on the surface. Like it, love it, or hate it. When Mac Jones came in, he received a standing ovation and entering the first preseason game as if he was the second coming of Tom Brady. How you feel about this, Ab?
I mean, they all white up there in Cleveland and New England, right? So I mean, like, am I shocked about this?
No.
Like, not at all, man. Like honestly, they wanted someone like Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, I'm not even mad at that. They got their quarterback. Honestly, he played well. Can't even hate on that. The guy, he seemed very poised back there for a rookie. Like, you know, that's something you can't teach. And he's not the typical run around quarterback. Like, he's like a Tom Brady type, sit in the pocket and everything like that. And he showed some good stuff. I can't even lie. So, the standing ovation, I mean, you guys got your quarterback, whatever, but I'm glad he ain't on our team. Like, I mean, it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'll wait till next year for our future quarterback, or even Tyler Heineke.
There we go. Sam Howell, North Carolina. Moving on now. Will, how do you feel about this? I know, hey, guys, shout out Mr. Fingers, talk about Cam was big mad. Yes, Cam was. They definitely panned over to his face. But Will, how you feel about this?
Mac Jones looked real good.
He did.
I seem to remember 2 years ago, was it? We had a rookie quarterback debut in the preseason, and he threw about 2 or 3 picks and just kind of looked a mess. And his career with us was a mess. And I was looking across the way kind of jealous, like, dang, is this what it's like when a franchise diagnoses a rookie quarterback and gets it right? But no, he looked good. It's preseason. You know, let's not overhype any of the guys. All those rookie quarterbacks look good this weekend. Great for them. But week 1, things are going to be different. Although I will say, you know, let's anybody want to throw bets with me? You know, let's pick a week that Mac Jones is the starting quarterback for the Patriots moving forward. I don't know if Cam's going to make it. We can put a line. I don't know if he's going to make it to the 4th game.
I don't know. I don't think so. And I think if not for anything else, but just to debut the who Belichick thinks is going to be his replacement.
Mm-hmm.
Game 4 against Tampa, Mac Jones is going to play a significant amount of snaps in that game, in my opinion. I believe that. To me personally, it was kind of weird when I first saw it, because I was just like, all right, I mean, I respect it that, you know, Mac Jones, he played well, and, you know, he was definitely highly touted. But to get that kind of ovation, I was like, oh, okay. All right. But you know what, Ab, you said it right. I mean, it is New England. You know, they are looking for somebody that's clam chowder color. That's looking like that boy Tommy Brady. So hey, the way he played, if he can get a hold of this offense and accuracy, that's going to be a huge deal, because that's one of Cam's problems. If he can sit there and get in there and show out, I definitely think there's room for him. I definitely think there's room for it. So it's going to be interesting. I liked it, you know. So I want to shout out Nathan, who's definitely been going on these comments talking about he's debuting in season 3 of his podcast, week 1 of the NFL season. Wanted to make an announcement. Mr. Finger saying, that's what's up. Think they're having their own personal conversation in here. Nathan saying, appreciate it. Check it out. Then Nathan also saying, didn't want to address the podcast. Well, there you go. You got your airtime. My man.
No, I think he was talking about the Cam situation and clam chowder comment. That's what he said. He definitely noticed the same thing.
The clam, yes.
That's a great comment. Clam chowder.
That's what they're looking for, man. And hey, I get it. It tastes good. It tastes good. So that definitely what's up with that. Like it, love it, hate it, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely one of our favorite segments. But we are going to move on. As you know, as you might have heard, Washington finally is narrowing down the selections for the new name, and they've narrowed it down to 3. Now, we don't know yet which 3 exactly, but we do know the list of 8. Armada, Brigade, Commanders, Defenders, Presidents, Red Hogs, Red Wolves, or keeping it at Washington Football Team. Ab, I'm coming to you first. What 3 do you think it's going to be?
I'm pessimistic, man. Like we've talked about this before. I'm pessimistic. I like going to be some like presidents or something like that. I really honestly feel it's going to be like the presidents or something. So I'm a little ill on that part, but honestly, I'm just going to give you those 2 names, Presidents and Red Wolves. Like, I think Red Wolves is the only pick you need to go here. Yep. And I'm not, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what the other 2 choices are. I think Red Wolves is just the route to go. Honestly, it's what, like, honestly, majority of your fans want this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this, like, and it to me is like Red Wolves, Washington Football Team, and like some dumb like presidents or debaters or Republicans, some shit like that. Man.
Right? Yeah.
I'm out. If they name it that, I'm out.
They're done.
GOP, see ya.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just something like that. Something like I might even throw in a name like what like the FedExers or something like that, just so they can make some money off of it, bro.
Right.
Like, but nah, Red Bulls is the only route to go, and I don't care about the other 2 names. Just make sure that the team ends up Red Bulls.
Yeah. Will, what do you think, man?
So 2 comments. First one is somebody on Twitter, so it's got to be legit, said that they are a professional lip reader, and they washed their lips and saw Commanders, Wolves, and I think it was Red Tails. But they did not see Washington Football Team, I think, is what I heard. I think it's 2 names. I think it's either going to be Commanders, which goes to Ab's point of it's going to be this, type name that, because they keep talking about representing your city. And then I think the one that, as Ab says, the only name that the fans are actually will sit there and go, all right, I can live with that, is Red Wolves. It's wearing the hat that he is wearing right now. Keeping that hat in play, moving forward, you can do it. I think it's the only logical, one. And I think you should listen to your fans. And we're not happy about any. We're not happy about any, but we can live with Red Wolves. And I think I'm starting to think that's gaining more steam with them. Like they're listening. They're not naive to their fan base. I'll give them this credit. As long as this process is taken, they are listening to people and they're listening to their fans. Wouldn't surprise me if they decide to go Wolves, like they take out the red part of it. That would not surprise me, but I still hope it's Red Bulls. I do.
Yeah. Honestly, I got to be honest, and I really feel like, just like what Ab said, somehow the Presidents could be in there since we are DC's native team, and they're doing something political or something bringing in that area or something like that. Armada, Brigade, and Commanders are ridiculous. Defenders, some reason in my head it was like maybe because our defense is top 5, but that's too much. I can't do that.
But if we're not, when we're not, what I'm saying?
Like we're going to when you got Jay Gruden's defense going out there.
Right. then will be the joke. And it's like, oh, the defenders really? Nah, right. So, honestly, but in my mind, it has never changed since we first discussed it. And it goes, oh, Red Wolves all day. We already got the howl. You know what I mean? We already got the excitement for the name. You know, people making comments, stealing Will's ideas in the fan groups and whatnot. All right, talk about let's just howl. You know what I mean? Isn't that how you feel, baby girl? Isn't that how you feel?
Are you ready to howl?
Are you ready?
To howl, baby? Can you howl?
I mean, come on, howl to the Red Wolves.
That.
I'm in.
You gotta howl. Come on. Ow.
Just like that, baby. Can you do it?
What wants to do it.
See, everybody can get on that. Adults, kids, we all can do it. It's a fan-friendly name. Red Wolves is the way to go. Like, personally, I think it's the way to go. I don't think there's any question. And I do like that they are taking the time to do this and go through this process. But if they take this time and we come out with something like Armada, our brigade, our commanders, it's like, what have you been doing? Like, really? Like, come on now. Y'all been dragging us along for this whole thing just to give us some bogus name? I can't. So I'm hoping for Red Wolves. Personally, I'm hoping for that. And no other name. That's the other thing I think, that they can potentially come up with something that's not even on this list. And they're just totally throwing it off sauce set. And it's going to be like the GOPers or the politicians or just something just stupid. Just like, what are you doing, guys? So, yes, sir. Moving on. Definitely got to shout out to people still watching. Mr. Fingers talking about, yo, what if they named the Red Tails and then they renamed the stadium the Billy Ben's Chili Bowl Stadium? If we all got some free chili bowl upon entry, maybe we could talk about that.
Good. Give me a half smoke. I'll take that all day.
Let's go. I'll take that. But look, I was all about it when Amazon was gonna take her. We could pick up our packages at the stadium and all that. I mean, you know what I mean? What's right? Hey, let's go. Put two good things at once. Yo, speaking of the season, time is coming close. We talked about the first game. This Friday, Washington comes home for the first of two preseason games. Me and my fiance are going to try to go ahead and make it out there. They play Cincinnati without Joe Burrow. I believe I heard Joe Burrow was not going to be playing in this game. For those of you that don't know, we were actually the team that actually injured him. We kind of rolled up on him. He kind of rolled back and we sprained his knee, right?
No,
tore two ligaments.
Yeah. So he was out, and he's actually they're kind of trying to make sure he's still cool. He's got his boy there, you know. And take your time. Don't pull RG3 and try to get him back there by week 1.
All in.
I wish they would have
for week 1.
I wish they would have just waited, not made that documentary. But I'm getting off topic. I digressed. So, hey, Will, what are you looking forward to in this?
Mm-hmm.
Week 2 of the preseason, you know, we've seen we had first week. How much are you looking for the starters to play in at all, if any? I mean, what are you looking for?
I'd like to see two things.
Mm-hmm.
Very first thing I'd like to see, Chase Young wearing shorts. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen enough of him for the preseason. He's good to go. Enjoy the rest of your time off. Don't need to see him in uniform anymore. Let him rest. Second thing, I don't want to see a single handoff to Antonio Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I get nervous on runs because I get nervous for offensive linemen. I think running the ball in preseason is a waste of everybody's time. The defense is not scheming. They're not stunting. They're playing straight up at you mostly, maybe doing a couple blitzes, but that's it. So you're not learning about your starting running back and all that stuff. I just want to see passes. Nothing but passes out of our starters. Work on your timing with your receivers. Work in some of those second guys. I saw John Bates catch a pass. I saw Flowers and Schweitzer battling for that left guard. I want to see some of those guys. Let's get some of our draft picks, some early playing time. Guys we think that might have a chance to get on the field, let's get them on early. But please, you don't even need to hand the ball off. Let Fitz throw to these receivers. Let him throw to De'Ami Brown. Let him throw to Dax Milne. Let him throw to Cam Sims. Work on that timing, and I will be happy. Along with, as always, no injuries.
No injuries. Absolutely. Ab, what you think, man?
I kind of agree with it, but I'll take it to another extent. I don't think we should see any starters. Like, no lie. We shouldn't see one starter playing in this game. This should be the tryout game that everyone makes their claim on everything, And then the last game of the preseason is literally everyone, again, another tryout game. Like, to me, I if you already know your starters, why even do this? It makes no point. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you see all these people trying to make plays and everything like that, trying to be special, and it don't take much to twist a knee or injure a player, So I'm not about that life. I'm not about it at all. Like, it's literally, this is pointless to me for any starters that you have. If you got someone that's like, put them out there. This is something to show them out. Like, honestly, Taylor Heineke, this is a perfect game for him. Show us what you got for half of football. Let us see what you got. Like, they want to sit there and put them in for two series. Like, that's gonna show them anything. Like, no, too much shit can happen. They need to do it like they did Jarrett Patterson, and honestly, he paid for a quarter and a half or something like that. It was just dumb. No starters, all the bubble people, put them out there for the next 2 games.
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly what I want to see. I want to see those guys that are on the bubble, those guys that are trying to make a name for themselves, put them in. We've seen how people like the guy in Carolina, we saw him in camp and he took the headshot at his own teammate. So you already know these guys are out here trying to get film on themselves, trying to get themselves, a spot on a team. And hey, they might not make it on their team, but they're still going to go out there and try to do whatever. So we don't need any of our starters in the game. Take them out. Maybe Cosme, just because you want to get him reps and things of that nature. But for the most part, no Chase, no McLaurin, no Fitz. Get those guys out. Let's get our backups the opportunity to get rolling, get some action, get those reps where they start a game. They get some type of some game type drives where you're 2-minute drills, can you sustain a long drive down the field, those type of things. And let's really work on timing, in and out of the huddle, energy, those type of things, and stay healthy, because just as much as we don't want our starters getting hurt, we can't afford to have a Heineke get hurt or a backup or some of those cats, but I definitely want to just build on what we did last year, our last game. I mean, build on what we did last game. Got a question from Ab talking about how do you guys feel about the taunting rule? Ab, what do you think, man? From Nathan, this question's from.
Kind of soft in the ass for me. Honestly, it's weird. It's 1 minute they're like, have fun. The next minute they're like, don't have fun. And I mean, I get it. You want good sportsmanship, but to me, it's I think it's funny when Tyreek Hill, it totally blows by his man and he throws up deuces on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's funny. And a lot of people get a kick out of it. Now that's a penalty, right? That's you know what I'm saying? I get it. They should really tone it back. I get it. If a guy does a backflip on top of another player, there you go.
Right.
Call it. You know what I'm saying? If they go out there and do a TO on the star and a wide receiver runs out to the star just to boast, I get it. Throw the taunting flag. But this is crazy, man. Y'all, the NFL is going back and forth, contradicting itself from 2 years ago. What are you doing, bro? This is make up your mind. Seriously, make up your mind.
Yeah, and they definitely came. They did it because of exactly what you said. Hill missed the pass in the Super Bowl, so Antoine Winfield Jr. went down and gave him the deuces at the end of the game. The game was over, and they flagged him. Fine, flag him, because at the end of the day, he got the last laugh. He did exactly what Tariq would have done to him if Tariq would have blew by him. So come on now. You know what I mean? I get it if somebody's sitting here and they drop the quarterback and then they in his face like pointing at him. Yeah. All right. You know, that's one thing. But if you sit here and just go, deuces, boom, throw a flag, boom, and that's the end of it. It's ridiculous. Will, what do you think, man?
Yeah, you guys are saying it perfectly right. We're going backwards. Yeah. They took away some of these penalties to allow for more celebrations, and they just went back. And what I don't like about it, I think Anthony even said it on here, is you're leaving this up to a referee, a person's interpretation. And so how are we going to get consistency on these calls? The rules for the refs need to be black or white, and so that they can so everything stays the same. And this is not going to be that way. And that's what's going to make people frustrated. It's going to make fans frustrated, players frustrated. Drives are going to get pushed back because of stuff. I don't like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. And shout out to Anthony Handy talking about we're back in the days of Paul Tagliabue, where you can't, and the NFL stood for no fun league. You can't, it's ridiculous, guys. You gotta let these guys play. We understand what you're trying to do. One of the explanations they said is, everybody, the kids and the younger schools are all watching this and we don't want to promote that. Well, I mean, that's a part of competition. That's a part of the game. And if one person does it, it makes you angry, flag them, but then that fires up the other team. And now I'm ready to go harder. That gets the fire going. So taking that out and making it a personal foul and nah, we can't have that. We can't have that, man. We cannot have that. Real quick, coming to the end of the show, we wanted to mention fantasy football, the host league, myself, Low, the shirtless wonder, Dub K, Mr. Will Kramer, got a guy Nathan Snell, Nick Rosario, Delilah Crespo, my nephew, Cameron Crump, and Janae Struther, all in the league. We will be doing our draft on the 1st, September 1st, live on this show. That'll be in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll also be doing, and actually we'll talk to the guys about this. I already made a group chat with all of us, so we'll definitely be getting here to do a little practice run just to kind of make sure everybody gets on there. I will be reaching out to everybody in that group little chat to make sure if you can't get on there, just let me know, and we'll tell you when. But hey, you better be ready because I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of cutthroat this year. Sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah. And I have a good feeling about this year too, but I ain't gonna brag. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yo, so guys, check us out. Hey, Washington plays Friday. Check out all the other preseason games. There is so much going on. Some of these rookies, like to Will's point, are balling out. They're playing great. Definitely trying to see what's going on. NFL is back in full swing. Want to shout out my guy, Anthony Handy, for watching. Definitely do it on September 5th, Labor Day weekend. We will be getting in there doing a season preview with him and Dave Ball, the Ball Pit podcast. And these guys, Washington Football Weekly, Nathan Snell will be on there. Not sure. I think Janae might be on there. I think that's our anniversary weekend, so she might not. But we will definitely be doing a season preview, getting that stuff going on. Nathan said, don't forget to check out Baltimore and Carolina going out there. Will, Chase McSorley. I think he's out for the year. I think he's going to have back surgery or something, I believe.
Is that the quarterback for
that was the backup? Yeah.
I heard about the Bears right tackle or left tackle having surgery. I didn't hear about McSorley. Sorry,
Chase McSorley.
I'll be honest. I don't pay too much attention to the Ravens in August.
To the Ravens,
I'll be completely honest with you.
Yeah, Everybody seems to be moving the goalposts on them. But another thing that happened.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta. Oh, kills
Will.
me. It kills
Will,
me.
your guy. I'm not even gonna let you talk about this. Will, what do you think? Timothy Richard Tebow, was released. Maybe not soon enough. How you feel about this, man?
I mean, can we talk, bro? Man, this dude shouldn't even been out there. He shouldn't have been out there, man. Like, this whole gimmick was just off, man. Like, it'd be one thing. Honestly, I thought it was almost disrespectful that he went out there and thought he could play tight end and thinking that, it's not only play tight end, but play tight end 8 years too late. Like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, he got his just reserves. Like, honestly, if y'all saw the game, like, that shit was so bad. Like, almost like we can't teach you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Like, it's not even teachable. Like, your whole mechanics, like you can't even block. You block with your head down and throw one shoulder thinking you're going to throw a block. That's not even it. That's not even it. And to be honest, that's elementary, bro. Like, and if you can't even if that's how you play, bro, we don't want you.
Yeah.
I'll take it in DC. I'll give him a chance.
Oh yeah, like, you go ahead, Will, because I know
would
you
get
got
his jersey in a second. I would get a number 15 in a second.
Just
listen, man, dude won a playoff game. You know, there's tons of QBs out there. They ain't never done that.
He's
a
winner.
A playoff game and gets cut. Alex Smith takes a team to the franchise of the playoff, gets cut. What's up with this world these days?
Hey. You love your guys, Will. You love your guys. Okay? Wow, yo, gotta correct myself real quick. Trace McSorley's out for the preseason.
Maybe they can go get Robert Griffin back to play with them then.
Yeah. He's working at ESPN. He's working at ESPN now.
Making some money.
Making some money. Let's go. Anthony Handy, Mr. Figures talking about. I know a pastor who preached the whole sermon about it last night. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we went to talk about Tim Tebow, and Anthony, he preached about the whole bunch of stuff. Cat Williams was there. Shay was there. I think Bill Cosby showed up. There was a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of personations. My man was doing his thing. Anthony Handy, check him out. Definitely check him out. Oh my goodness. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so he's done. And it is what it is. After 8 years, I guess if you know somebody, then you can get back in the league. You know what I mean? I wish all of our guys knew somebody so we can get back in the league. But that's a story for another day. Yes, sir. So listen, look, we got to leave you, man. We are so excited that you have stayed tuned with us to watch. Shout out to Anthony, Nathan, Kat was watching, Wendy was watching us. We had a bunch of people get on here and check us out. We appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll definitely be back with you in the next coming weeks. Next week, if I'm not mistaken, next week we are doing our 53-man fight. Oh no. Right at not next week, right before the draft.
Yeah,
right.
We're doing a double time.
Yes, sir.
Double time on the first week of August, September. So, I forget the day. I'm sorry.
I think it's the 30th, right?
The 30th, we're getting up to do our 53-man roster, and then on the 1st, we're doing our fantasy football league draft.
Right. There you go. So you're going to get a 2-for-1 that week.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely able to get up. Hope you are there and join us. And we give you who we think is making the final cuts. Some of our people have already been cut, So we're going to sit here and see what happens. Definitely stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. Watch for us next week. We will be here. What you got?
And compare from the beginning of the
yes.
Yeah, from a few weeks ago, we made our own 53-man roster who we thought was going to make it, and I think we bragging rights for the person that did the best. Okay.
Okay. I don't want you guys to get upset when they keep 13 linemen. Okay. When they keep all the linemen, I don't want you guys to get upset because I was right. I will say
I'm
that.
feeling good about this because Sean's got 15 offensive linemen. Ab is dead set that Adam Humphries isn't making the roster. Like, I'm feeling good about my chances.
So, we will definitely show you what we got. We'll recap what we had before and also show you the new thing we got in preparation for the 31st when the final cut downs come. And then the 1st when we have our draft on here, our fantasy draft. And, Ab, if you want to say type of league is in the PPR, 2 tight ends, like you want to do the specifications of the league?
Oh, you talking about right now?
Yeah. Just tell us, what kind of league it is.
I haven't looked in a minute, but like it's PPR. I really want to say it's a wide receiver. I added another wide receiver, and I think I added a tight end too.
2 tight ends.
Yeah,
2 tight ends.
Y'all better dig deep in y'all football bag, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like it's a strategy. It's going to be a strategy for this year, man. So let's go, man.
Let's get it. Oh, absolutely love
How
it.
high is Travis Kelce going to go with that on the roster? How high will he go?
Right.
Did he go 1?
Ooh. If you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, our guy Will.
Are you giving us a preview? Is that what you're saying?
We got that number 1 pick.
Will's got the number 1 pick, y'all. It sounds like he's giving us a preview.
He's giving, let's see. Real quick, somebody that was an honorable mention for the winners. I gotta say the Sammis Reyes, 2 catches, 25 yards, had a decent showing, but for somebody that's never played football before,
he looked better than Tim Tebow did.
Well, there you go, because he actually looked like he knew what he was doing. But we'll see.
He might sneak in. If they might want to keep 4 tight ends, they might do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Seals, what's his name? Seals
Jones. Yeah, right.
Jones. Yeah, I think he makes it in at number 3. And I think, and honestly, Reyes, I don't think they want to chance him on the practice squad. I really don't.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not that they couldn't have him on there and deactivate him every week, Them practice. Yeah, we'll see. But he's out Friday, though. He has a concussion.
He is a concussion protocol. Yeah. Also disturbing news, Nathan just informed me, Rich Malott, former linebacker for Washington, passed away. I believe he was number 57 and he was on the 80s team. I'm going to look him up real quick.
Oh, that's Ken Harvey's number.
I know. He was on the 80s.
They also said, was it Jim Walton? Passed away, former player and coach.
Oh, wow.
I don't know all these guys, to be honest with you. Former New York Jets, Robert University coach Joe Walton, but I believe he played and coached with Washington. Yep. Played 8 seasons in the NFL, was a pass-catching tight end for the Redskins and Giants.
Oh, damn. So, Rich Malott, 6'4" linebacker, spent all 9 seasons in the NFL with Washington. Appeared in 3 Super Bowls, Super Bowl 17, Super Bowl 18, and Super Bowl 22.
Nice.
Drafted in 1979. Over the course of his career, he played 121 games, made 91 starts for Washington, and he was credited with 20.5 sacks and 13 interceptions. So I definitely
good for him.
Yeah, I definitely remember him from Super Bowl 22, getting in there and getting some action. Number 57, Rich Malott. So shout out to his family, condolences. Another member of the Washington football team family going home to be with the Lord. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and let you go. You know who it is. Mr. Sweater. You can't see underneath. They're a little dark. It's there. Sean Spencer, My guy over here, South Carolina's eggplant from DBU, South Carolina, Will Kramer. And you know the name. America's Most Wanted. The shirtless wonder, Ablo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We will be back with you. Not sure, but Friday, I might try to do another one of those things like we did last week, Will.
Okay.
Ab, definitely, if you're there, I know you had said, and I didn't see it till late. Some things happened, so I kind of was out of my own head after we did that. But we can watch the game together. Actually, I don't know if are you going to the game? Are you thinking about that or?
No, I'll be with my babies.
All right. Well, I will go on. Definitely invite you guys in there. Thinking about potentially going to that game, seeing what we're working with. I did it last year. The shout out king, Mr. Eggplant, the shirtless wonder. There we go. I got to make shirts or jerseys for us with the names on them, something like that. We'll work this thing out.
He's hating on Tim.
Wait a minute.
The GOAT.
Yo, tune into that interview I did with him. It wasn't much of an interview. It was Anthony going off. Anthony being prime himself, dominating the game, talking about Tebow, Timothy Richard Tebow, talking about college. He's a Georgia boy, loves his Bulldogs. Talking about he was preaching yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. He was preaching. So definitely join and pay attention. Check him out. It's over on YouTube. Check us out. Y'all be a messy. Will. Go ahead. Yo, check us out. But look, we got to go, man. We got to go, ladies and gentlemen. So appreciate y'all watching us. For Washington Football Weekly, I'm here with the guys. Peace in the Middle East.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I got to go out and hold up.
Come on. The Lion. The Lion. New man losing so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.